when he came up against you, it was Benioff, you're friendly with Benioff. Benioff came at you so hard. He threw 300 or 400 engineers at Chatter. He took out full-page Wall Street Journal ads. He tried to poach your people. He tried to make the product free. He made it personal against you after you would not sell to him. True or false, David Sachs?
I don't think he made it personal, but it was definitely.
Did it feel personal?
Did he hurt your feelings?
No.
He did. That's
I understood what he was trying to do.
That's your way of saying
no. I mean, if we had sold to Salesforce, like we ended up. So what I would say is, we got in like it was a very competitive situation. He didn't beat us.
He failed.
What's that?
He failed. Does that product even exist?
Yeah. It's sort of like a feed inside of the CRM product. It didn't really succeed as a standalone collaboration product. And so we won that battle, but it definitely, I would say it scared us enough to sell to Microsoft. Because,
what did he offer you?
We were about to enter a new stage of competition. So here's what happened is he launched his product to kind of be a clone of Yammer inside of Salesforce, but he was initially charging $15 per seat. We were charging like $5. And so they massively overpriced it. And then they were on this like slippery slope where they kept lowering the price to compete better with us. And then finally they realized that they should just give the thing away for free as a strategic move. And that was when we decided to sell to Microsoft. Is we didn't know, we knew we had a better product than Chatter, but we didn't know how it would go if we were up against a free Chatter.
Tell us honestly, how much did he offer? What was the meeting like where he made you the offer?
So
take us to the room.
Here's, I'll tell you the backstory. I mean, this hasn't been publicly revealed, but
here we go.
In service of the All In podcast.
Go ahead, David. Get us some ratings.
To try in service of trying to get us from number 3 to number 1 on the charts. It's funny. We launched Yammer at the TechCrunch 40 conference that, Jason, as you know, you were the co-founder of. And Benioff was like a judge. He was a panelist and he was raving about it. And you could just, from the moment we launched, he was raving about it. And you could see the light bulb go off with him. And he realized that like social was going to be, it was, at the time, obviously social was big with consumer social networks, but he saw the potential of social or collaboration inside the enterprise. And so, I think a year later or something, they were interested in buying the company for around $250 million. The big issue for them, though, was that Benioff had a bunch of like engineers who wanted to build it in-house. And so they actually, I don't know what would have happened if they, didn't want to build it themselves, but basically they vetoed doing a deal. And so they ended up building Chatter and they threw the 300 engineers at it and they basically spun their wheels for a few years. And anyway, it turned out to be much better for us because we ended up selling the company for 5 times as much to Microsoft. If we had sold to Salesforce in like 2010, it would have been a much smaller deal. He was very interested in it from the get-go.
All right, folks, so you have it. Breaking news in the background on what actually happened. Congratulations to Stuart and the team.
Yeah.